Welcome to the 70th annual meeting of Georgia's Own Credit Union, and thank you for being here today to help us celebrate another storied year of member value and prosperity. The horizon is bright, and there is much in store for 2013 and beyond. So let's take a few moments to pay tribute to the success and achievements of the passing year that have helped lay the foundation for all that's to come. First, the report of President and CEO Dave Preeter and the chairperson, Joseph Mariello. 2012 was another banner year for Georgia's Own Credit Union, the success of which is a direct reflection of a committed staff, sound leadership, a loyal membership base, and a long-standing tradition of unmatched service. Throughout our 78-year history, these key components have worked in tandem to afford us growth, even in tough times, and the ability to help countless members realize their financial dreams, an outcome that is impossible to fully measure. As we continue to build on our achievements and as the breadth of our service expands, we realize that our responsibility to those who make up the Georgia's Own family also grows, and that is just fine with us. After all, owning it is what we're all about. Here are just a few of the ways we owned it over the past year. It is no secret that our chief goal at Georgia's Own is to provide our members with the best value to be had in financial services. We lived up to that aspiration in very tangible ways throughout 2012, including continuing to provide incredibly competitive rates on auto loans, mortgages, credit cards, and personal loans. We also rewarded our savers to the tune of over $7.8 million in dividends and interest. Likewise, we introduced a variety of new services, such as Car Finder and Coindexter, and also expanded our physical and electronic footprint for added convenience. In all, we were able to extend an estimated $47 million in benefits to our members in a 12-month period through superior rates and fewer and lower fees relative to our competitors. In addition to the quantifiable value we provide to our members, we also take enormous pride in our extraordinary level of member service, which can be completely attributed to the caliber of employees we hire and retain. Our gratitude for their passion and enthusiasm is immense, and as such, we strive to provide them with market-level compensation packages, extraordinary benefits, and more. In 2012 specifically, we continue to provide employer-sponsored employee health, dental, and vision care coverage, introduced volunteer time off, offered a wide array of training and learning opportunities, and continued our attractive employee pricing program. We also took great measures to be exemplary corporate citizens by honoring our environment and embracing the communities in which we operate. As alluded to previously, we've undertaken several projects that will yield major improvements to our electronic platforms, reducing the need for paper communication. And we maintained our use of recycled papers and soy inks and worked exclusively with FSC-certified print vendors. We also continued to offer green loans, recycling drop-offs at each of our branch locations, and expanded our popular Green Day series. Our community involvement efforts were taken to new heights in 2012, with partnerships ranging from the Brian Jordan Foundation and Samaritan's Feet to the United Way, Children's Miracle Network, and numerous local schools. We also increased our focus on youth financial literacy through collaborations with Junior Achievement of Georgia and LEAD, and further cultivation of our IXGA program, including our annual $15,000 scholarship giveaway. Please take a moment to browse through this year's annual report for a full listing of organizations we supported in 2012, with a combined 3,400 plus staff volunteer hours and over $180,000 made in financial contributions, $60,000 of which came directly from staff. Your presence here today is of great significance to us, and we appreciate your time. Thank you for your support of Georgia's Own, and more importantly, thank you for owning it with us. We look forward to a bright and prosperous year ahead. The report of the Treasurer, given by Patrick Casey, is proud to report that the financial condition of Georgia's Own Credit Union continues to be strong. The annual report includes the December 31, 2012 financial statements for the credit union and the following are a few highlights from the report. The credit union ended the year with total assets in excess of $1.72 billion, an increase of 3.9% over 2011. Gross loans increased as well to achieve an all-time high of approximately $1.22 billion. This increase represents an 8.8% climb. Our loan-to-deposit ratio reached 79.41% by year-end 2012. Member share accounts continued to grow this year as well, increasing to a record $506.2 million. Checking as well as money market accounts also grew, representing $33.4 million and $19.6 million in growth, respectively. In 2012, the credit union returned more than $7.8 million to our members in dividends and interest. The credit union ended the year with an 11.24% healthy net worth capital ratio, far above the amount state and federal regulators classify as well capitalized. It should be noted that performance of this caliber represents the continuation of a long history of building financial strength. The result of our consistent financial performance is a safe and sound financial institution for the membership. The Credit Committee, consisting of William Conine, Dennis Fox, Dave Mayer, Chris Gilmartin, Dwight Ostian, William Lusk Jr., and Bonnie Kimmy, is pleased to deliver the results of another fantastic lending year at Georgia Zone Credit Union. At Georgia Zone, we pride ourselves on providing quality loan products, outstanding service, and extremely competitive loan rates and terms. Our staff works diligently to connect the member with the best loan product for their needs, and consequently, Georgia Zone has become the place our members turn for their lending needs. Responsible and sound practices have always been the cornerstone of our lending success, and 2012 was no exception. Here's a brief overview of the past year's achievements. Gross loan balances increased by $99 million, a rise of 8.8%, and continues to outperform our peer credit unions. Several new mortgage products were introduced this year, including a 10-year debt-free mortgage that allows members to borrow up to 100% of the value of their home and requires no mortgage insurance, thus reducing the cost to the member. A resolution mortgage product was introduced for members with credit blemishes but have built equity in their home. A first-time homebuyers program was repackaged, and mortgage welcome mats were installed in select branch offices to draw attention to our superior mortgage programs. A creative Visa Platinum Bundle product was developed and introduced, simplifying the process for members opening a checking account that also qualify for and open a new Platinum Visa account. We launched Georgia Zone Car Finder in June 2012, and our members benefited from an improved overall auto buying experience. Our student loan products for undergraduate and graduate studies continue to gain momentum, and outstanding balances grew 82% in 2012. Federal regulations drove numerous changes in our lending processes in 2012. The broadest change was the conversion from multi-featured open-end lending to closed-end lending. This change also contributed to the introduction of e-signatures through DocuSign. These changes were launched in early December and have been well received by our members. To aid members new to credit or trying to rebuild damaged credit, the Credit Builder Loan was launched in late 2012. This innovative product combines the benefits of establishing credit with building a savings account. The Lifestyle Loan product was developed to assist members that have specific lending needs to enable them to achieve their life dreams by helping with expenses related to weddings, adoptions, medical issues, and much more. Changes were made to our auto loan underwriting guidelines to allow more loans to be approved for members with credit challenges while protecting the assets of Georgia Zone. We saw significant growth in the following member loan categories: new auto, first mortgage, and boat loans, with increases of 10.1%, 16.4%, and 21.3% respectively. Purchased loans rose once again, with an increase of almost $69 million. Our collection strategies continue to evolve and be successful, and resulted in a 38% reduction in delinquencies, with the delinquency ratio at only 0.63% at year-end. a decline from the end of 2011 of 1.10%. The charge-off recoveries increased 46% to $2 million, and the charge-off ratio dropped year over year from 1.01% to 0.64%. While uncertainty in the economy still lingers, we are committed to remain in the forefront of lending innovation and member service. With our wide range of financing options and sound lending practices, Georgia's Own Credit Union has continued to provide our members with loans and to protect the assets that have been entrusted to us by our members. The Credit Committee would like to thank the entire staff for their contributions and commitment to the credit union's lending programs, and we look forward to the exciting opportunities that await Georgia's Own in 2013. The Supervisory Committee, consisting of James Larry Fowler, Joan K. Sims, and Irvin Walker, is a board-appointed committee that oversees the audits and internal controls review of Georgia's Own Credit Union. This committee is responsible for making sure a complete and thorough independent financial audit is conducted at least once a year, and that established internal controls are maintained and tested regularly. This helps the committee ensure the transparency and accuracy of Georgia's Own's financial reporting, as well as the soundness of management practices and procedures. The following highlights the steps taken by the Supervisory Committee to conduct this oversight function. Engage Santi & Associates, P.C. to perform a financial statement audit, as well as an audit of Georgia's Own's internal controls. Coordinated a safety and soundness examination, which was conducted jointly by the Georgia Department of Banking and Finance, as well as the National Credit Union Administration. Approved and directed the implementation of an entity-wide risk-based audit program to conduct numerous audits and assessments of critical business activities throughout Georgia's Own. Continued to provide 24-hour intrusion protection of Georgia's Own information technology network, phishing protection, and blocking of harmful sites. The action resulted in the safe control of non-public member data. And last, monitored developments in the credit union's compliance and fraud activities. Based on reports from our internal auditors, independent auditors, security consultants, and regulators, the Supervisory Committee is confident that Georgia's Own has the necessary controls and review processes in place to protect the assets of the credit union and to serve our members well in the coming year. The Nominating Committee, consisting of Patrick H. Casey, Richard E. Burns, and Gary M. Ludgood, is proud to nominate the following individuals to serve on the Board of Directors of Georgia's Own Credit Union for a 3-year term expiring January 2016. Joseph M. Mariello, William E. Conine, Irvin M. Walker, David Dickey. There were no nominations received in accordance with Article 5, Section 2 of the bylaws. Therefore, the nominees are elected by acclamation. It is with extreme gratitude that we acknowledge our Board of Directors and senior staff members who worked diligently to develop and fulfill our strategic goals in 2012. Their insight and passion for Georgia's Own is invaluable, and it is a great honor to introduce them to you now. Joseph Mariello as Chairperson, Michael Baumgartner as Vice Chairperson, Patrick Casey as Treasurer, Joan Sims as Secretary, Richard Burns, William Conine, David Dickey, Larry Fowler, Gary Ludgood, Irvin Walker, C. Edward Heath, Director Emeritus, and John White, Director Emeritus, David A. Preeter, President and CEO, Kelly M. Garman, Chief Membership Officer, William L. Lusk, Jr., Chief Operating Officer, Bonnie J. Kimmy, Senior Vice President of Operations, John J. Carew III, Senior Vice President of Strategy and Product Management, Cindy R. Boyles, Senior Vice President of Organizational Development, and Eric S. Broom, Senior Vice President of Enterprise Risk Management and General Counsel. Thank you for joining us for the 70th annual meeting of Georgia's Own Credit Union. As we move into 2013, the credit union stands prepared to help more members than ever before own their finances and their future. It's your future. Own it.